Hello, so we're here with our Crystals and Chakras series where you can find soul healing if needed, consciousness expansion, and the joy of life. And today we're going to talk about amethyst, one of the most popular crystals out there. And it really is an amazing, beautiful, powerful, just incredible stone, right? It is a variation of quartz. It's a purple or lavender violet quartz. It belongs to the trigonal system, and because of the color, it aligns the third eye chakra. And because of the internal geometry, the trigonal system, it aligns the crown chakra. And we want to focus on the third eye and how the color of amethyst and the power of this crystal can really, truly benefit your life. So, the general attribute of amethyst is that it transforms and transmutes all negativity into love. So, to me, that is one of the most powerful characteristics of this stone. It is just mind blowing that you can transmute and transform all negativity into love, which is the ultimate reality. We know that negativity or distortion, any negativity or any distortion is a temporary reality. It's an illusion, right? It's just a learning process, and that everything eventually goes back to love and unconditional love. So amethyst is really a crystal that helps you with this process of transmutation from negativity to love, to unconditional love. It's the love of the higher mind, of the higher heart, the love of the creator, the creatrix of the world. So it really is just a whole different, ball game when you think of amethyst and how it really can benefit you and your path and your loved ones and your environment and everything around you. So the general attribute, as I said, it transmutes all negativity into love. And on the emotional level, this is powerful because it transmutes negative feelings and negative emotions and the density and the heaviness of emotions into love, right? And it is a very specific way that it acts because it is a third eye chakra vibration. And we know that the third eye is the center of the higher mind in our bodies, right? It is an intellectual center, a center of objective thinking that gets imbalanced by illusions. So it's when you believe something is true and it really isn't. It's a different, higher, more complex reality than lying in the throat chakra. Because when you lie, you know you're lying. And when you're living in illusion or delusion, you think that what is untrue is true. You convince yourself of something. It's a limiting belief. And often, most likely and more predominantly, these limiting beliefs reside in your subconscious mind and your deep unconscious mind. These are two different levels of consciousness that we're unaware of. It's because we think that all in our minds is, thought by the conscious mind when really it isn't. And sometimes your conscious mind is hypnotized by illusions too, without you realizing it. So amethyst really helps break through with that and really transmute it. And the emotions become calmer because the thoughts that create the emotions are changing. Okay, so it gets to the root cause. Thoughts create feelings that create vibrations that create a manifested reality by the law of attraction. So the root cause of the problems or of the unwanted reality is the root cause is in your thinking. Since the third eye is the center of thinking, higher thinking, sophisticated thinking, where beliefs are created, you're going to act on them when you use amethyst in your life. So on the emotional level, it helps transmute negative emotions into love. It is an alchemy. It's a process that happens when amethyst is around. On the mental level, as I said, it clears your mind of toxic thoughts. It clears your mind of negative thinking. It really is an amazing stone that will create a shift in your mind. So it really is about not so much about detoxing or purifying, it's about re-signifying whatever it is. Okay, so what I love about amethyst is that it doesn't exclude things, it just transmutes them. So you don't have to run away from things or, set things aside. Depending on the area of life, depending on the person, depending on the activity or the object, sometimes you need distance. But amethyst is actually a step forward into integration. It's a higher vibrational frequency in which you can find freedom anywhere and everywhere, as long as you have objective thinking and as long as you have higher vibrational thoughts. Okay, so it is about the health of your thoughts and detoxing your thinking. The mental attribute of the stone is that your thoughts will not be populated by negativity anymore. Anything that you thought was truly negative, you can find the silver lining. You can find that it is part of a learning experience, that you don't have to hate the person or the situation, because every enemy is a master. So everyone in your life, even the people who have hurt you deeply, if you develop a higher mind, you will know that those people were there to teach you something, and that ultimately you attracted that experience into your life. So amethyst is one of the crystals that most helps you develop a responsible for self mind. Your mindset is incompatible with victimhood and with villainizing others and with giving others more power than you give yourself. Because if you have a sophisticated brain and if you really sharpen your intellectual abilities, no one will walk all over you. You will not be a doormat. The reason why people get oppressed in submissive situations is that they don't believe in their power, and their thoughts keep telling them that they are incapable, that they are less than others. And their thoughts create the low self-esteem. Their thoughts create the lack of self-love in the lower chakras. Okay? So the more you develop a mind that really connects with your strength instead of your imaginary weakness, the less you will be involved in power struggles. And amethyst is wonderful for this, for you to develop a stable and a self-reliant mind that creates self-esteem, that creates self-love, and that really nurtures you in being objective in the world instead of all over the place with subjective thinking and giving more power to others than they should have, giving your power away. It all starts in your mind and your thinking. So the higher you go, the more a ripple effect. It's a top-bottom causation. So the higher you go in the third eye, the more you benefit the lower chakras as well. So this is a powerful stone for your mental strength. And on the mental level, amethyst is a wonderful, powerful, beautiful ally. Okay? On the physical level, it really helps because it calms your mind down. It is beneficial for the pineal gland, and it helps your sleep. And we do need enough sleep and restful sleep to function in waking life. And especially not just because you need to rest your body in your sleep, but the subtle energetic activities that happen in your dreams, the soul activity that happens in your dreams, can be purified as well with amethyst. So it is wonderful to have it around in your sleep because it purifies the vibrations so that you can have restful sleep instead of agitated sleep and function well in waking life. So it can benefit the whole body on that level because you have been resting in your sleep and not agitated in your sleep with insomnia or with crazy dreams and with toxicity in your brain, right? It also, because it is in the mental level, it destroys illusions, which is powerful. A lot of purple crystals do that. Actually, some are even more a laser beam in the level of destroying illusions. But amethyst transmutes things, right? It transmutes toxicity, and it will allow you to not entertain the power struggle illusions in waking life that you believe can run you over and that you can believe can override you. You just start feeling more empowered in your mind in a very healthy way. You're not going to, shift places and become the villain in anyone's life. On the contrary, crystals never do that. They never take you to the other polarity. They will bring balance always. All right? It's important that we understand this. And as I always say, what is the most powerful attribute of crystals? It's the spiritual benefit that you get from them. Okay? And in the case of amethyst, it is alchemy. Amethyst creates alchemy in the soul. Your spirit will infuse your soul with positive energy, with unconditional love. And when that happens, your mental activity is going to be healthier, your emotional realm is going to be healthier, and by default, so will your physical body. So creating alchemy is extremely powerful. You can transform lead to gold. There's a difference between transmuting and transforming, right? When you transform, it's more of a physical transformation, and the transmutation is more chemical, if you will. So from lead to gold, it's deeper, right? So your flaws will become your virtues, and your lower self will be embraced by your higher self. It's not about exclusion, it's about integration. And I really want to mention here that there's something very specific about amethyst energy in the carnal method that I want to share with you, is that it ranges from lavender. Sometimes people call it lavender quartz. They don't even call it amethyst, to deep violet. So some people say lavender quartz and amethyst. Lavender quartz would be lavender amethyst, right? And violet amethyst would be what they call amethyst. But it just ranges from lavender, very light pale lavender, all the way to deep purple or deep violet. And in the carnal method, this is important because the third eye connects to the crown, and the crown is the spiritual center of your body. So speaking of spiritual attributes of stones, when it comes to amethyst, the darker ones, the violet ones, are really managing the energy and connecting and purifying the energy of your third eye. They're localized in third eye focus. And the lavender ones are transitioning to clear quartz, which are connecting the third eye to your crown. This is powerful. So there are different types of amethyst. And there's another one which is called chevron amethyst, if you can see here. It's more waxy, it's darker, it's not as clear. This is awesome for grounding spirituality. So it brings the energy down from the third eye to the earth, and it connects you spiritually to the earth, which is amazing. So lavender, so this one is kind of lavender, see? Lavender amethyst connects the third eye and the crown chakra. Violet amethyst, this one is awesome. It's got a little bit of chevron in it. This one is also, oh, this is an ametrine actually. I'm not sure if you can see there's a bit of citrine in here. And this is purple. This one is one of my oldest crystals ever. This is also purple. But lavender is also as powerful, okay? So there's no such thing as one crystal is more powerful than another crystal. It's just that they have different attributes. The hue and the tone will act locally. It's localized focus, laser beam, that depending on what you're working with, they will act in their specific paths, right? So that being said, we can now see how we can use these crystals in our practical life, how we can really balance the third eye, which is imbalanced by illusions, right? So in one extreme, you develop these fixed ideas, you can be extremely dogmatic, and on the other end of the spectrum, the imbalanced third eye is very doubtful, it's full of confusion. So you want to have objective thinking. You don't want to be swinging around, fixed loyalties or fixed ideas and rigid belief systems, or confused and in doubt all the time, and ambivalence all the time. You want to have a balanced third eye chakra with objective thinking that only allows the truth and positivity in your life, thoughts that lead you to unconditional love. If you want to put it in a nutshell, pure thoughts that lead you to unconditional love, that move you, that impel you, that propel you in the direction of unconditional love. So 3 ways to use amethyst in your benefit. The first and most basic one, which possibly, most crystal experts will say this to you, have a good size amethyst geode in your home, in your workplace. So this is an environment crystal. So to purify an environment, amethyst is the crystal to go. Clear quartz and black tourmaline as well, citrine too, but seriously, if you want to purify your environment, have a good sized amethyst geode there, okay? The darker, the better when it comes to environmental purification, the purification of your physical environment. As I say, it could at least the size of your hand. This is enough to be an environment crystal. The second option that I would suggest to you is to have a little tumbled amethyst. It doesn't matter if it's violet or lavender. Right now I only have lavender here to show you. So you can place it here with an amethyst bracelet. So I do this practice a lot, but we can have different intentions for this healthy boundary practice, right? It's the inner child practice. It also, there's a practice with blue quartz that aligns the throat chakra with a specific intention. When it comes to amethyst, this is going to be a reminder of an eye, of your third eye, seeing with objectivity. So this is especially to develop objective thinking and to inspire objective thinking. So you're going to use it as a sculpture to look at it, okay? Place the tumbled stone inside the bracelet, and it is going to be a reminder of the pure, healthy, natural state of your third eye. Some people have filters, a lot of filters, all of us do, but filters on the third eye. Some are thicker filters, some are not so huge, right? Not so thick. People who have objective thinking tend to not have too many veils on the third eye. But this is a practice that will, wherever you place it, it is a spiritual sculpture to remind you that your third eye shines bright and sees objectively that rigid belief systems are being dissolved and that you want to see and connect with universal truth. Okay, so it's about releasing subjectivity and subjective thinking. And last but not least, wear amethyst. Violet amethyst, lavender amethyst, anywhere in your body. So right now I'm wearing a lavender amethyst earrings. This is, middle ground amethyst necklace. I have a violet ring and a lavender ring here. 2 bracelets because I'm showing amethyst to you, right? So I'm all over, my body's full of amethyst because I want to connect this vibration to you. The color as well, that's why my shirt is purple. I have this awesome necklace that I love that was given to me by dear friends with an amethyst pendant. So wherever you feel like you need amethyst on your body, wear it. There's no rule for that. It will intuitively come to you, okay? I really suggest you wear amethyst jewelry anywhere. Rings, earrings, necklaces, and bracelets. Wear amethyst and you will always be transmuting energy. You will be creating energetic alchemy in your energy field all the time, permanently. All right? So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope it was clear, that it was useful, that it has brought you joy. And if you have any questions, just ask them below this video. If you haven't yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do that. And I will see you soon.